Welcome everybody to episode 3 of Do You Know the GWEI? My name is Spiders. We're going to just jump directly into our snapshot here. We are ripping right now on the markets. We're finding the horizontal resistance level. I'm going to delete this descending angle just so it makes it a little bit easier. See, we're in a 2-band channel right now. And so that top of the band channel is going to be 1856. The lower band is going to be 1781. You heard me talking about opening a position on that lower horizontal band. Still in it right now. Again, not financial advice, do your own research, but looks like that we're bouncing through the MA right now on the 4-hour. Got some really interesting news articles that came through the past hour and a half or so. Again, we're finding that horizontal resistance on Ethereum. Let's take a look at Solana real quick before we kick it over to the other big market maker in Bitcoin. We had this 3-piece channel, one at 11.5 billion market cap, one at 16.5 billion market cap, and then we have this third one at 23.3 billion market cap. This is the range that we're in right now, between that 16.5 billion and the $23.5 billion market cap. Now, guys, this is increasing by volume. It's the stuff that you want to be seeing here, but you have to be a little bit careful. Why? Because we saw this news come through. Nearly $57 million worth of Solana tokens. Guess what, guys? That $57 million is worth 14% more today because of the jump. It was unstaken. So this amount of cold wallet storage is massive. I'm not saying that this is going to lead to a sell-off in the market or anything, but there were a lot of speculation and people in the market that were wondering when this money was going to show up. They knew it was there. They knew it was locked up by FTX, by Alameda, and they were wondering, when were they actually going to get rid of it? On what DEX were they going to move it to? Well, we're starting to see a lot of that money come in. Coinbase actually saw one of the largest news pieces out here was that Coinbase launches regulated crypto future services for U.S. retail traders. Now, again, guys, if you think that there's money within this sector right now, there isn't. There isn't at all. It's just individual players. Once we start getting financial institutions in there, it's going to be a completely different ball game. Let's go over to the technicals on Bitcoin really fast. Did just cover it on Solana and Ethereum very quickly. Sorry if I'm going a little bit fast today, guys, but again, a lot of these levels we had previously covered in previous videos, and so it's just very easy to be looking at the chart right now today and say, if we break this horizontal resistance, we're going to be looking pretty. We're going to be looking very pretty. And so, let's clean this up a little bit. This giant purple descending angle, guys. Giant purple descending angle. We're going to make this pink, actually. This was the 3-month resistance. This was 3-month resistance. And so, we not only printed the monthly, we saw a new monthly candle above the MA on both markets in Bitcoin and in Ethereum. That monthly above the MA, first time since 2022. Okay, and so that's that's massive data that got printed last night. We're going to be looking here at the 3-month. We haven't actually printed a 3-month past this ink line, and this goes historically back to 21. And so this is a very significant move, in my opinion, to actually break past these levels, break past it with volume. We'll be waiting to see if those Alameda cells actually come in and create negative pressure on the market. But with all that being said, guys, we're looking okay right now. What did I say in my previous video? I was looking for retraction back to the mean, and that's exactly what we've gotten on the 4-hour wick, on the 4-hour candles. Retraction back to the mean, contraction within that mean, and we're trying to figure out a direction after that. If we can break, I was saying this before, if we can break 348, I'm seeing upside at around 42K. And so, again, this is not financial advice. Do your own research, guys. But as long as we continue to see buy volume come in, as long as we continue to see price actually break this horizontal path, I think that we're going to be using it to come back down as support. We'll be ranging within this zone up to 42K for a couple of days, maybe a month or so. But these are the type of legs. This is the type of data structure that you want to be seeing if things are going to be moving. There was another very weird movement today as far as money rotation. Vitalik Buterin moved 181,000 Ethereum over to Coinbase. Okay, guys, that's not a lot of Ethereum. Let's be honest. That's not even a large portion of what Vitalik actually has as well as the fact that the dude has only literally sold one time in his entire life to get a profit. All the other times have just been for what? Nonprofit organizations or development into charity or his other projects into the L2s. So he was vocal today talking about how positive he was feeling about L2s, how these layer ones are actually developing over time into L2 ecosystems and things of that nature. And I thought this was a very interesting read from a fundamentals and software perspective. So again, guys, these immediate levels that I'm going to be beginning to watch here: 1854 on Ethereum, horizontal resistance; 348 horizontal resistance for BTC. We're essentially there. We're like half a little percent. We tried to poke up above it this morning. Saw these massive sell candles come out here, but we had no continuation of those sell candles. We've just been ranging, right? And so I would be very, very concerned if large sell volume started to come in and we couldn't hold that 322 level, if we couldn't hold the retest of this 311 level. So there's very, very obvious levels here, guys, that you can be watching. There's very obvious technical indicators that you can be setting your stop loss at, because if we do actually rip in one way or another, then we're probably going to be hitting one of these technical trends. You have decreasing buy volume on the 4-hour chart. You want to be seeing this to kind of come up a little bit within the next day or so. I did do a couple of theory versus actual studies the past few days, and I'm probably going to be uploading a different video to actually go over some of those things. Did about an hour-long study on DOT, broken out of the depression phase on DOT, guys. So we're officially within that market cycle, the market psychology cycle here. We're approaching yearly resistance. So I would just be very interested to see how we actually break that yearly resistance. But that being said, this was a falling wedge pattern that I called out a week and a half ago. We have ripped 35% since then. So if you took that trade at the falling wedge level that I was discussing to you guys about a week ago, nice trade. Again, we're holding the MA. I want to continue to see buy volume here. Dot is a beautiful name with great fundamentals, in my opinion. Do your own search, not financial advice. I would be looking at that $12.9 billion market cap as resistance, horizontal resistance line in the sand. Guess what, guys? How far away are we? Actually, 98%. So we're 98% away. And this is what I was talking about, guys, a week and a half ago when I was comparing names like Link versus Dot. Like there are the opportunities out there to buy certain names very cheap that have good fundamentals for future bull runs. So you got to just be able to look correctly, see the price value in whether or not it's within a seasonal range that you feel okay investing. This thing was ranging within the depression market psychology. We just walked it down. Whenever you see this very slow sideways but melt down type falling wedge, always want to be looking at the opportunity to play that wedge out, bottom of the wicks and things of that nature. Starting to see a little bit of a sell-off come in here with some big sell candles come in. I'd like to respect that 5-minute MA. Again, we do have that immediate resistance at 1853. Everybody, if you haven't given the channel a subscribe, a like, all that kind of stuff, definitely do so. I'm doing all this for educational purposes. I love being able to do this on a 3-day basis, and so I'm looking forward to being able to put these out on a regular day to day. From another technical standpoint here on Ethereum, and this is true for Bitcoin as well, we're getting a 3-fork push within that ascending Phoenix energy. And so that's going to be found on the 4-hour. It's going to be found on the weekly, and I believe it's also found on the monthly. Yep. And so we have this three-piece fork that's trying to curl up that ascending energy on the monthly here. And Bitcoin actually just poked its first euphoria candle out. What do I mean by that? In concerns of micropsychology, it's finally poked into the euphoria mode, getting this three-piece fork that's trying to find continuation of the gray Phoenix ascending zone, which would lead, market speculation wise, that we have continuation of price expansion. So the only thing I tell you guys is that keep learning, look at these indicators, find your stop losses, be safe out there. This is a very, very volatile time. So I remain my bullish consensus. I currently remain 80-20 bullish consensus. I've drawn up a couple of bearish studies. Why I've got to that point. I'll probably do an actual Substack article on this as well as a video. Concerns of chopping up my bearish bias in the next few days here. But I love being able to do this for you guys, and I look forward to the next episode. So stay safe out there. See you all in the next one.